I am Manish Koirala, and this is EMK channel. Today we have got one energetic young guest. She is Aishwarya Shrestha. She studied at Sunway University College, that is in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, and she studied there ACCA, Association of Charter Certified Accountants, and she worked there at BDO, one auditing firm there in Malaysia, and she completed her A level at AJ Wild Institute of Advanced Studies. Welcome here in this program.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Okay, now I'm asking you, when did you come back to Kathmandu from Malaysia?
I came back late August.
Okay, late August. All right, and
Late-
yeah, let's talk about your professional subject. What is the ACCA qualification, and why is it beneficial?
Okay, ACCA is a professional accounting course. It teaches you how to be a professional accountant. That's the core of ACCA. It trains the professionals in this field. And I myself studied in Sunway, and then I practiced as external auditor in BDO for 5 years. So it has helped me tremendously on my work. It's directly relating to whatever I studied.
Okay. And is ACCA harder than CA?
Um, it's unfair to say one subject is harder than the other. It is different, true. The structure of the courses are different, obviously, but I would not say one is difficult than the other, because some people find economics difficult and other people find physics difficult. So it's too general. So I think both have its quirks. It's different, and both can be special for people who can are interested in it. Yeah.
Okay, okay. And can you tell us in a simple language, what is the difference between CA and ACCA in terms of course?
Okay, in terms of course, for ACCA, they will teach you how to become a professional accountant. Okay, they will just, it's academics, they will teach you for 3 years. And for you to become a member, then you will have to work after studying or during the study. It's very flexible, but the experience that you need to become a member, it is can be pre and post. So it is not important for you to have that working experience till you appear the final exam. But when it comes to chartered accounting course, be it from India or Nepal, it requires you to have that 3 years training program within the time frame. So you need to work before you give the exam. So structurally it's different, not in the contents of it, but the structure of the courses are very different.
Okay, and why didn't you do CA here in Nepal? What is the main reason behind that?
Oh, okay. Initially, when I was, looking on which courses I should take, I did thought like if I should want to do chartered accounting in Nepal or India or abroad. What happened was India was out of the question because my father didn't want to send his only daughter to India, and that's why it was like off the picture. So what happened was, and then but then I saw that in Nepal the courses were not as evolved, and I did not thought I would get the quality of education that I wanted. So that's why I thought, maybe I should go somewhere, for better opportunities. And that's when I decided maybe ACCA would be more flexible for me, and it would be more international. So, and that's why I picked ACCA, because it offered me more opportunity. I was very young, I was not very certain where I wanted to be, what I wanted to do, and ACCA was more flexible.
Okay, after completion of your ACCA in Malaysia, you worked in means for 2 years, right? 2 or 3? How?
I worked for 5 years.
Oh, you worked there. Okay, 5 years. And can you tell me certain experience about auditing work?
Um, it gives you a lot of trust issues in life, to say it in a light way. But I think video offered me I got to see Asian working culture there, because auditing in Malaysia and all over Asia, actually, it's predominantly Chinese, because apparently, they're better at maths and all that. So the finance and the accounting industry all over Asia, including Australia and Malaysia, Singapore, everywhere, it is predominantly Chinese. So
Hmm.
more, of course, I got to know what auditing it is. It is basically uh, having a questioning mind, and then see if the practices were good, was it ethical, was it correct. And even more so, I learned a lot about Chinese working culture, which for me is a very personal growth.
Okay. Once in one leading bank here in Nepal, one CA, that one group, that took for the timing for management of that bank, and one CA became CEO, and he was controlling MBA personnel. So what I'm asking you right now, uh, do you think that the CA is equivalent to MBA or BBA, that they are controlling in this manner? What do you think personally?
Okay, the personally, I really don't think the qualification matters when it comes to taking up a corporate position. You see, you don't have to have all the qualifications to lead the certain people. For example, if you're in an engineering company, you can just have an MBA, become a CEO, and control all the engineers. Doesn't mean you need to have engineers. I think I want to give the example of Facebook's, where Mark Zuckerberg, he's a college dropout. He controls all the PhD holders. So the leadership and the qualification is completely different.
Okay. You mean about a professional training and a latent talent. If one uses latent talent, that is far better than academic
In
certificate.
the long run, in the long run, in the long
Okay.
run, because you see, now we are in a generation where everyone is educated, like everyone has masters, everyone has a professional qualification. But when you are talking about who is going to reach the highest chain in that manner, it really depends on your competency level, and how hard you work.
Okay. You have found here many senior students, and simply have you found out the people having academic strength in terms of certificates and professionalism? Have you found out that condition here in Nepal?
Could you, okay, so you want me to relate the academic qualification and professional success?
Yeah. Means they have got academic qualification, whether they are implementing their qualification in the different organizations properly or not. I mean to say that.
Okay, to be very honest, I think this is a very, we are touching on a very core problem in Nepal, I would feel, because you see, our Nepalese education has been highly influenced by the education of UK, more importantly than any other country, UK and now US universities as well. So the things that are being taught into a university that has foreign affiliations are on a complete different level. So I think if you see, right, if you see in Nepalese market, the more successful people in the industries are those who came from a ground level, who worked from a ground level and studied locally. It's very unfortunate that whatever foreign degrees that are being taught are not relevant. For example, I did my ACCA. Okay, so things that are taught in ACCA is for a much developed financial sector than what we have in Nepal. Our stock market is not as developed. Our financial instruments are not as developed, but we studied all that. You see, so the things that have been taught is it's really a step ahead. So that's why the Nepalese students are having to adapt and learn from the experience. It is very tricky situation, I agree. That's why maybe you cannot directly correlate academics with the success, at least till now in Nepal.
Okay. And for an organization, which one qualification is essential? Professional degree or academic degree of university? What is essential
Both.
in an organization for successful running?
I think if the organization has to be successful, they should welcome talent from every stream. It doesn't matter if the person came from the professional course or from an academic course. I think it's actually even better if you have both, because then you can have clash of ideas and a different streams, they can work together, and it's going to be most productive if you have both ideas.
Okay, okay. And these days we have got many universities in Nepal. Have you gone through the courses of management that these days the courses are practical, pragmatic, so that people can be sellable in the market?
Oh yes, actually, I think okay, I have not done that academic courses myself, but I have had interactions with friends who are taking that. I do think okay, general sense in the market is, if you are doing the Pokhara University, I heard it is trying to implement more work friendly courses. They make you adapt to work better because it's more practical than just theoretical. So, but I strongly believe, yeah, it doesn't matter which university or which course you take, as long as it's more localized. Unfortunately, ACCA was not. So I think if you take any courses from any university, if it's local, then the lecturers are going to be local, who is going to draw from the local experience. So I really think we should be encouraging local courses far more if you want success in Nepal.
Yeah, I'm again connecting, chartered accounting or ACCA,
Okay.
with academic degree. For example, CA and ACCA students are, they are assiduous, they are, hard worker, they are doing a lot. But still, they are not equivalent to bachelor's degree. Yeah, it is the training, we understand. One CA student was, talking, that saying that we, we worked hard here in CA, but we did not get equivalent to a bachelor's level. Yeah, what do you think about it? Is it equivalent to bachelor's? Should be given that manner?
Okay, I think we are talking about the mutual recognition here, and I agree that a lot of chartered accounting students like RCA or ACCA want their education to be recognized equals to bachelor's or even higher in Nepal. In other countries, they already have mutual recognition. Nepal has not reached there yet, um, but I think it's unfair if we force something on the institutional level, because you see it is different courses. For you to do a degree, then you have certain hours of classes which is compulsory, there is certain assignments which is mandatory, and you have exams, and you learn a lot of skills during your degree courses, not just theoretical. But when it comes to professional, we are demonstrating the knowledge, the professional knowledge that you need to become a chartered accountant, which is completely different. So if any institution is not fully willing to give the same level of recognition, then I think it should be mutually accepted. Okay, I think it's also important to note here, just because you have a bachelor's degree, not all chartered accounting institutions are willing to give you their qualification as well. So it should be a mutual recognition. So I think it is there to a large extent, it is still there, but 100% equivalent, it's not. I don't think it is.
Okay, okay. Yes, you told that you came back here in mid August, or when did you come, by the way, you told?
Late August, I think it was the last week of August. Yeah.
Okay, then in the middle of COVID-19, that time you came back here. So I'm asking,
Yeah.
why did you come back in the middle of COVID-19 is spreading actually?
Okay, no, the thing is that the timing has been such, the plan was always there. I had finished my 5 years of training with BDO, and it was the timeline of me coming back in August 2020 was set 5 years ago. So the timeline was always there, but it was very unfortunate that the COVID happened, and it was not an easy journey back, because of all the restrictions, chartered flights, and quotas, and yeah, it was not an easy flight back. But then it was, the plan was already there. I just went ahead with it despite everything.
Okay, I think you were tired of working more in Malaysia, right? In auditing firm, and back here.
Yeah, I mean, audit takes a toll on everybody. It's not an easy job. So it took a toll on me as well. And then I just thought, okay, I'm not extending it any further. This is what I came for, and I finished it. A sense of accomplishment. I did what I was there for, and I was like, okay, let's go home.
Okay. Well, now what are you doing at the moment here? Is still,
I'm supposed to be
we're in
traveling.
the situation of what to say. This is not completely free from lockdown. This is semi lockdown, I can say. And what are you doing right now?
Okay, right now, like, I'm just trying to catch up on the things I missed from the last 5 years. I'm, meeting, catching up with friends, catching up with family, attending a lot of festivals that I missed for so long. And when I'm doing this, there is a lot of people who would want to know about the difference, who would want to know about my experience. It has been a lot of catching up and conversations like that with people. And that's what I've been doing basically to talk at the moment. I'm exploring what I could do in the future with the training I have.
Okay, okay. And in the future, would you like to work in a certain, reputed organization in higher level, position, or you want to open your own auditing firm, and why?
Um, I think, yeah, it is typical of people to expect me to open our own audit firm, because I've been in the audit line for so long. But having seen that side, I don't believe that I would want to open my own firm and have a chartered accounting practice of my own. I don't look forward for it. Although I do like auditing, maybe I will work more on that, but not a lifetime plan and become an old auditor. No, I don't believe I would. Maybe I would join commercial, and then I would contribute to some business in Nepal. That's very much a possibility.
Okay, because of COVID-19 in Nepal, we have got huge problems in the business sector, in the business organization.
Yeah.
As you are a technical manpower in business field, accounting field, what have you thought? How long will take to recover this situation from this a traumatic situation of this business lush?
Okay. I think it was always hard to do business in Nepal, because you see, we don't have this spending culture. We always had a saving culture in people's mind. So the business had, it's never been an easy business. But because of COVID, I think people went even more on the saving mode, and that's why a lot of business are suffering, because people, everyone has started saving up, not necessarily due to lack of income, but just the fear of it. So I think the faster everyone gets used to COVID and accepts the fact that we are going to live with it for a very long time, the economy can bounce back very soon, indeed. And I think as long as the tourism is back, I think the economy should be back.
Okay, all right. Um, yes, in every interview, I'm asking last question that every educated person is psychologist. In terms of copy, the what to say, the analysis of the situation and how to handle the situation. Everybody
Yeah,
should
yeah.
know about that. So I'm asking you. Uh, you can find here, traumatic situation of COVID-19 coronavirus is creating more a problematic situation. Then what suggestion are you giving to your family members, and what suggestion would you like to give to the society? Yes.
Okay, I think, okay, we already had Corona made every problem amplified. You see, we already had trust issues with our government and the hospitals, and Corona had even worsened it. So for me, the only way I see that we can get through this is helping each other on a very ground level, helping neighbors, helping within the community, and to be there for each other on a very ground level. I understand that it's a very frustrating time, and we would want to blame the government, the hospitals, and the whole situation about it. But the only way we can get through this is if we continue the support in a very, very ground level. I can see a lot of volunteers in the vegetable markets trying to control the crowd. I can see a lot of policemen, and I can see a lot of people trying to help the police to control the crowd. So it is on a very ground level. So we have to continue helping each other and understand and support in the society level. And then we will get through this. We just have to be patient about it. That's my opinion.
Okay, okay. Uh, Last question, but one more question I remember.
Yeah.
Have you found out that the Nepalese government is giving a priority to the professional group of people? And I mean, is it doing the certain positive activities to create good environment to the professional? Have you found that here in Nepal?
Unfortunately, no. I am sorry because I didn't feel it. I think the professional bodies are working together and within themselves. Of course, they are fighting for themselves. They are trying to work for themselves, and every professional bodies are trying to do that. But if you talk about the support from the government, unfortunately, I haven't seen it. Maybe there is, and I don't know about it, but I don't feel it. I see a lot of professional bodies, even the medical ones. They are trying to fight for the rights. They are trying to fight for the system, and even the chartered accounting body. We are still fighting on the gender equality thing on the higher level. Uh, we are fighting, but support from government, yeah, unfortunately, not at the moment.
Okay, Miss Aishwarya Shrestha, you gave much more information about charter academics, and you gave a difference between ACCA and CA, and you gave some information about what lacking the Nepalese government has got. You gave that information as well. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Yeah,
Coming up.
pleasure.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.